Welcome back, trainers. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Shiny Zapdos in the Ultra League to see how it does perform. So I did have the candies here. It just so happened to work out perfectly. I just needed to invest one rare candy and I was going to be able to max it out under 2,500 and then purchase that expensive and steep secondary move. Now, before we get into these battles, I want to let you guys know something here. I do test out quite a different amount of Pokemon, shiny or not shiny, to see how they do perform, and a lot of them do result in losses, and you guys don't see all of that because I don't necessarily want to upload a bunch of losses for a failed attempt Pokemon that you could potentially just make yourself very simply because it's not that expensive. But this one here is a little different. It's quite expensive and it is ranked pretty high. It is pretty good. It's number 20 on PvP Poke for the Ultra League. And I'm going to tell you this, it is pretty decent, but it's very tricky to use. So basically, I'm going to upload this video. I'm going to present to you Zapdos with these losses that we're going to be seeing here because it was a very expensive investment. And I want you to see that it's not actually very horrible. It could be my team comp as well. As you can see, I'm running Alolan Muck as well as Poliwrath alongside of it, leading with Poliwrath, and then I do eventually lead with Zapdos a few times just to see if I can catch a good lead there. So with that said, guys, you rise from the ashes and you become better when you fail. Now, if you're failing because of just straight ignorance or you're just not trying to get better, I mean, that's a little different. But when you fail and experience things from that side, you're going to understand it a little bit better and be able to change. Now, not necessarily change a lot of things that I did wrong. Throughout these battles, you will see that I did make mistakes. It was just very tricky using Zapdos in this specific team composition, or should I say meta. Now, Zapdos is going to be great going up against Registeel because it is going to be resisting steel as well as fighting, and both of those charge moves everybody's going to be having on their Registeel if they're using that. Now, I did go in there with Zap Cannon and Drill Peck at first, and then I did decide to TM away Zap Cannon for Thunderbolt because Thunderbolt is going to cost a lot less energy and it's still going to be doing a good amount of damage. Zapdos, not being the tankiest Pokemon, as you're going to see here, kind of needed to get off its charge moves a little bit more frequently than charging all the way up to a Zap Cannon, and it's a little bit ridiculous there. But if you do get it through, it does hurt, as we will be able to see here. So I'm not going full commentary quite yet. I'm just kind of giving you my explanations here. So we're paired up against a Poliwrath. Now we have to look out for Ice Punch. Let's see. It does have health. So I mean, as you can see here, we're taking a lot of damage. Yes, it's super effective, but still, that's quite a bit. I know that Togekiss is going to pretty much take about the same damage too. So we're able to take it out. Let's see if we can get off the Zap Cannon here. And we're so close. Let's see, they're going to be going for a Flash Cannon, and we're still able to survive. And then we go down with the Zap Cannon ready to go. And I'm just going to let you know I ran into a bunch of lag. So with the lag and everybody picking top meta, which I don't blame, because there are no matches in which we can just go in and have fun. These are your matches for the day, and once you do them, it's over with, and you're going to be hurting. If you go in there with fun Pokemon up against this meta here, you're going to find yourself probably going 1-5 or 0-5, like I personally did today with the Zapdos. So it wasn't the best of times. I'm going to tell you, I got pretty upset during those periods in which I had the energy ready to go, but I wasn't able to get it off because I was either being too greedy or I was in the middle of a quick animation and not able to tap on it. So anyways, we were met with a great lead there. They're switching into Togekiss and we're going into Zapdos. This is, I mean, technically okay. If I had Thunderbolt, it wouldn't really make too much of a difference, to be honest with you. It's going to take a little bit more energy to get to than the Drill Peck. But the charms are doing so much damage to Zapdos. It's like, when I saw that, I was just thinking to myself, what did I do? What have I invested in here? But like I said, I'm just going to continue to bring you guys this and just show you exactly what went down here so you know. And like I said earlier, it's not that Zapdos is horrible. It's that I need to get used to it. And the meta is just so brutal that it's just very difficult to use it. Anyways, so we're out here. We switch into the Muck to just see if we can catch this dynamic punch on the Alolan Muck on the opposing team side there, because all shields are down on both ends here. They hit us with an acid spray, which lowered our defense, and they're going to be bringing in Napoleon. We're going for a dynamic punch, and I make a crucial mistake. I could have went for Ice Punch at that point, but also they just basically tapped on their Hydro Cannon. Our defense is lowered, so they're going to be able to take us out. We're going in here with the Muck to finish it off, and we had a Dark Pulse. Let's see what we can do with this. And oh my gosh, we had a gung shot and we're still not able to get it off. And that happened multiple times today, as well as some lag that was not basically letting me hit my shields. Pretty ridiculous. So anyways, they made a switch into Registeel here. And are we still running Zap Cannon? So it got through and does a lot of damage, as you can see there. But personally, from switching to Thunderbolt, I feel like that's a little bit better because Zapdos is not the tankiest. So we're not going to be shielding this up because Zapdos can actually go toe-to-toe kind of against the Registeel. So much better with Thunderbolt though. Ancient Power is also a possibility on Zapdos. The reason why I'm not running that is because of the matchup with Registeel here. I want something that I can at least hit it with neutral, right? So we're switching. We shouldn't have done that. We should have just let the Zapdos go down and then go in with our next Pokemon and see what they go in with and then make the switch from there. But unfortunately, we're locked in here up against the Cresselia with our Poliwrath, so obviously this is not a good situation. We're just going to continue on with the Ice Punches here. And yes, folks, I lose too, obviously. And, well, here you go. Hopefully this makes you feel a little bit better if you've been running to, you know, a lot of losses lately. Maybe you're personally trying to test some new stuff out and have fun with the game, but you just keep getting hard countered or just things don't work out. That's just the way it goes sometimes in life, right? Honestly, we have a lot more pressing matters around the world currently right now than a few laggy matches and a few losses in the Go Battle League, as I complain about it, right? But honestly, for real though, guys, this is serious. And I just want to say one thing really quick here. Don't let the media put fear into your hearts, guys. Don't let them manipulate you. That is the tool that they use to put us in check and all that stuff. This isn't conspiracy. This is straight fact. I mean, you could just do a little bit of homework and understand that the media manipulates the way the public thinks and all that. This is something in which the likes we've never seen before, what is currently happening around the world. So yes, this is a very serious matter, and a lot of people are going to have anxiety and have fear of what's going on right now. So I'm not saying don't be afraid or anything like that, but try to keep it under control to some degree. Keep your heads, guys. This is insane. Yes, it is. The world is on lockdown. This has never happened in the history of man, okay? All nations, this is something, right? I'm not trying to go off topic, but I mean, this is so big. How can I not talk about it for a minute? But anyways, I have so much I want to say about that, but let's focus on Pokemon Go PvP. Anyways, so we're matched up against a Giratina. All right, so we're shielding this up because Ancient Power is going to wreck us, and I want to get off the Zap Cannon. It looks like we're still running that. And I wanted to test it, right? I wanted to see how hard it can hit what. So using shields when I shouldn't, yeah, that's pretty much how it goes when you're testing things out. They really need to add a random matchmaking. Like, come on. So we can just have fun and test things out. And then after we're comfortable testing things out, then we can potentially go into the Go Battle League with them once we had enough experience using them. You know, finally figuring out a good team comp for them. All right, so we have the Muck out here. We're going to be going for Gunk Shot because it's going to be doing a lot of damage, more so than the Dark Pulse, and yeah. No, we're going to be going down from that. Oh, surviving barely, and we wasted energy. We're trying to get to another Gunk Shot. See, I need to stop doing that. Stop trying to reach for that next charge move that costs so much energy with such low health, and just sometimes go for that not very effective move that's at least going to chip away. That's the downfall, and I rage quit there. I definitely rage quit into the next match. I was like, all right, I'm going to start with Zapdos, and we're met with a Cloyster. How lovely is this? I mean, it's not good for us at all. I mean, yes, we're electric type, but it's going to be able to spam us, and the quick moves are doing a lot more damage than ours. So we switch into Melmetal. Our attack is lowered, and they're going to be able to counter us with the Poliwrath at this point. We're going to be going for the superpower because, I mean, nothing else we can do at this point. Just let it go down and then go back in with the Zapdos and see if we can recover this test run here. So just waiting out the clock. So we have energy. I mean, that's cool. We're going to be going for that Drill Peck. Very low costing energy move, and it does a lot of damage, actually. So Zapdos does have that going for it, and personally, the one that I'm using does have Thundershock. You can only obtain those during the Zapdos raid day that we did have quite some time ago. So don't try to TM your Zapdos into Thundershock because it's not going to happen. As far as Charge Beam, it is horrible. It is an absolutely horrible quick move. So it is going to completely change the fact of using it or not using it. This way, having this quick move is actually going to make it somewhat viable. But with Charge Beam, it's a no-go, folks. So don't waste your Stardust. Don't waste buying a secondary move. But you have something to consider is the potential of TMing the quick move with a Legacy TM. I think we're going to potentially get a charge and a quick. They just haven't said it, but I think that's the way it's going to go. I don't understand why they don't clarify a lot of this stuff. But anyways, so Zapdos with the Thundershock is Legacy. In a nutshell there. All right. So we're up against the Giratina, and we're just going to town with... Well, they switched. All right. See, and that's another thing. There's a lot of glitches, and ever since the latest update, sometimes I can't see if they switched or not. And I don't know. Like, you can hear it if you have the sound on, but for the most part, you don't know. Or if they get the boost, you have to have the sound on for all these things to know. Otherwise, you're going to be out and clueless as to what just happened. Anyway, so we're starting with Zapdos again, and we're met with a Typhlosion here. So I have no idea how this matchup goes. I'm not going to even lie. I have no idea. All I know is the Shadow Claw on the Typhlosion is really hurting me. We're already down to half. As you can see, Zapdos is not the tankiest around. If it had a bit more bulk, it would be a little bit more viable, but it's just so hard to use. Thundershock makes it amazing, as well as Drill Peck, and we are to Thunderbolt now, so we do have that. So we're going for another one here. We did use both shields, and so did they, but they're able to actually get to a Blast Burn and take us out, which is okay at this point. I was thinking they're going to beam me with Solar Beam, but they actually make us switch into Togekiss. So what we're going to be doing is switching into our Melmetal here, because the Typhlosion's in the back with a bit of energy. We don't want the Melmetal to see that while the shields are down here. And let's go ahead and take advantage of this. So what we're going to do is... Do I hit all of these? Wow, I thought I would want to farm. I guess I had enough energy anyways, but they were ready to go. Did you see I had a power-up or a superpower ready to go? I could have hit that, but they hit their Blast Burn first. They take us out. They bring in Gyarados. We have low health on our Poliwrath, and oh man, what a frustrating day, folks, for battling for me using this team here with Zapdos. I really wanted to make it work. And did I lose every single one? No, not quite. We'll look at a few wins here after I started getting the hang of it. I didn't want to scrap all of these because I wanted you guys to personally see what I go through here and to test things out. I mean, butchering my score. This is why I'm not at rank 10, folks. I don't use the like Registeel, the Giratina, or anything like that. Yeah, I use the Azumarill in the Ultra League or the Great League, and I use Melmetal and all that stuff. But I don't use like... Yeah, anyways, I don't use those two Pokemon. So, and it's not consistent. I'm constantly switching my team, which makes it a bit difficult, especially when you're going a little off meta. And unfortunately, the result is this, but you guys enjoy it, so I'll continue to do it. Whatever, I am the Poke Scientist. Because the way I look at it, the more Pokemon I have under my belt as far as experience goes, the better I'm just going to get in the long run. I'll know exactly how a lot of these Pokemon work that nobody has ever thought to touch. And if one day they decide to use it, or Niantic switches up the way things work and exclude specific Pokemon in certain seasons, then I'll be in the know for a lot of Pokemon for the most part. Anyways, we're going up against the Venusaur, taking it out. We have one shield left, and there's that Swampert there. I do believe it has some energy on it, and we're hitting a great Dynamic Punch. Lovely. So we have to make a decision here. We shielded up, it's a Hydro Cannon. That's awful. That is bad. So now they can pretty much take us out with Earthquake, so we better hit this excellent. We do, and they make a switch. See, there we go again. There we go again. I mean, what? That's what I was experiencing all day long. Now, I know you're not supposed to hit the move right away, and maybe you should wait. They might switch, but there was no indication. It's just like, oh, they switched. Oh, I didn't see it. Usually, if you can see it, you'll be able to prepare. So we have the Melmetal matched up against this, assuming they don't have Earthquake because they haven't gone for it, and shields are down here. So we're just going to go with Rock Slide, and in comes the Swampert. We're going Superpower immediately just to do as much damage. Rock Slide's not going to hurt it, and then we're able to take them out there. So yeah, there was no Zapdos on that team for that try there. I was losing so much, I said, you know what? I'm going to be going with my normal team really quick. I need to cleanse myself really fast and win with something that's actually good here. So We are going in with the Poliwrath, and we're met with a Muck, which is fantastic. So we were able to get a Dynamic Punch through and bait a shield with an Ice Punch. This is looking great here. They're hitting us with a Dark Pulse, and this is perfect because we did not waste a shield there. Now we're going to use a shield, and it is a Sludge Wave, so good call there. And we're going to be going for Ice Punch because it is within KO range now. Let's see if they decide to burn a shield. There we go. And they make a switch into Registeel and then switch into Mewtwo like that. They were trying to get me to use Dynamic Punch and then kind of use Mewtwo as the third shield type of deal. But I didn't fall for that. So we made a switch into Melmetal. And we're going to get hit by Super or Dynamic Punch, doing a lot of damage to us. We already knew that was going to happen, but we're going to just go ahead and go on here like with the Melmetal and just let it go down here. And we have Zapdos in the back. So what we're going to do is, I think, go with Zapdos, right? All right, good. So built up to a Drill Peck. Potentially could have built up to 2, but I didn't want to see a Rock Slide. We wanted to get that out of there. And now they have the Registeel. So let's see how much Thunderbolt does. Let's see how much. That's not horrible, okay? It's not horrible. And it gets to it a lot quicker than Zap Cannon. So we're going to be able to get to another Thunderbolt. Let's see if they decide to shield or let this go through here. And they let it go through. So Zapdos already took Registeel, and we took a Flash Cannon. Obviously, that's going to take us out. We're going to be going in here with the Poliwrath and immediately going for an Ice Punch to get that last shield, and we do. And I do believe at this point, yeah, they give up the match. So good game there. All right, so moving on to the next one here, and we are running Zapdos still. All right, the rest of the matches are going to be Zapdos. I just wanted to run that one match without it. I was like, I can't take this anymore. I have to win one. All right, so we went in with the Registeel after they did make that switch into the Giratina. Oh, wow. Check this out, guys. This is insane. This was... I don't understand the odds here, so watch what the Giratina does. All right, so this guy, probably one of the luckiest battles he had today or the last week. So he gets the boost. I was thinking to myself, oh, this isn't good, but still winnable. All right. Not the best position with a boosted Giratina. That's not what you want to see ever. And then he gets the boost twice. What is going on? So I go with my Poliwrath here, and I go with the Ice Punch. I'm like, I lost, but I'm going to play this out just so we can have this nice little showcase here for the video. So we can see a 2 times boosted Giratina by Ancient Power. Okay, whoever decided to give Ancient Power to Giratina and then throw it into PvP, Niantic. Anyway, so they're obviously taking us out, and we have no more shields. Ancient Power, I mean, watch. Oh, it's a Dragon Claw. Well, half health. And we got to Drill Peck, yay! And I didn't even tap on it. I was laughing at that point. Or actually, I don't think I was really laughing. I think it was opposite. Anyways, moving on to the next one. We finally have a good lead here. Met with a Melmetal. So they're making a switch into Giratina. And we're going to be going into our Melmetal here. Not the best counter to Giratina. Altered form, but... I mean, it's going to be resisting all the charge moves. Let's just hope it doesn't get a boost like we seen on that last battle. Because, wow, that was... yeah, not looking great at all. So anyway, they are... yeah, going to go Ancient Power. Probably looking to get that boost here. And we're just going to keep rock sliding. That whole rock throwing back and forth. All right. Two, I wouldn't call them cave-in, but they're apparently Melmetal's ancient, and so is Giratina. So ancient Pokemon just throwing rocks at each other. All right. And they're low, but unfortunately they're going to be able to finish this off with quick moves and have a bunch of energy. So we're going to go with Poliwrath to potentially catch an Ancient Power. It's a Dragon Claw. Okay. And we're able to finish them off with quick moves. We have a good amount of energy here, so at least we have that going for us. They're going to be going in with Gyarados, and I go for the Ice Punch, of course. So we have Zapdos in the back. Obviously, when we switch, they're going to switch. So just trying to gain as much energy and go for the Thunderbolt here. Now, Rock Slide is going to be doing devastating damage to Zapdos. So there's so much that it has to look out for. That's why it's also so not so great, because it has to look out for the ice, the rock. And, I mean, the steel types, I mean, it's just not working for it. Not the steel moves against it, but just like the Registeel. And then the Melmetal. So it just has all these things it needs to be wary of, and it's just not ideal, to be honest with you. So we're going to be shielding that up, getting a bunch of energy, a little lag. All right. Going for the Ice Punch, that wasn't the best idea. I think I was trying to... Oh, that was so close. So we're going to have to use a shield here. Or let it go through it. Oh, no. Oh, that's where I couldn't tap on my shield. Okay, because usually when I don't want to use a shield, I make it go down, right? I instantly hit cancel, like I don't need it. But that time I was tapping on it and it wouldn't let me. So yeah, yet again, another battle lost to some lag here. All right. So they made the switch. We're going to go superpower before we do, so they burn a shield, so that's great. And we're going to go in here with our Poliwrath, and we're going to be looking good to go. This is just going to be a body slam, although they're going to start adding up fairly quick here, and they had 2 ready to go back to back, potentially looking for a shield. Don't know what they have for that secondary move, or maybe they just wanted to go body slam all the way and build up to 2 here. Getting that dynamic punch through and going to go for another one. Should have potentially went for an ice punch, but that wouldn't have KO'd. So yeah, probably dynamic punch is going to be the better option in that position here. We still have 2 shields and they're bringing in a Shiftry. We're going to be able to do super effective with the ice punch here. And they're going to have to hit us with a charge because the quick dark move is not doing much damage. But we make a switch into Togekiss and they're going into Charizard here. And we're going to be shielding this Blast Burn up. Good thing we did. That would have hurt quite a bit. And this is going to hurt the Charizard. And we get it through. Obviously, there's no more shields and they have only a Shiftry. And then they give up the match there. Okay, so I didn't realize before I started recording this that I put so many battles without the actual Zapdos towards the end and one in the middle. That last battle as well as this one are not going to have Zapdos included because, well, we're so limited to how many battles we can do. Taking so many losses, like I've explained earlier in the video, it's just absolutely killing me over here. So I just wanted to use my team that I found quite a few wins with that I did showcase yesterday, and well, we did okay as soon as we went to this team. So Zapdos is not looking so hot, folks. If you find some good usability, if you find a good team with it, depending upon the matchups that you get, also what rank are you, it's all going to have all those different variables for you. If you're like, well, I use Zapdos, it works great for me, but you're rank 7 or something, it's going to be a little bit different from the meta that I'm seeing here, although potentially it could be kind of the same or similar. You see what I'm getting at, right? Anyways, so we're using our awesome team that we did do yesterday here. We're going to go ahead and let the Togekiss go down. We have the Poliwrath in the bag. We have 1 shield. They're down to no shields here. So this is looking pretty favorable for us if we play this right. It's an Earthquake. Okay. And I just want to say something really quick before this video does end. I'm going to be putting up another one later today, and I used a Pokemon that I've never really used before, the Ultra League, and wow. I'm going to tell you right now, it was amazing. Very risky, but wow, did it perform nicely. All I'm going to say is it is a glass cannon. And did it perform? Wow, yes, it sure did. I can't wait to bring you guys that video. I'm going to get editing on that as soon as this one is uploaded. Anyways, thank you for watching. And if you did enjoy this, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll catch you all next time.
Creatures.